Samson is showing us an example of how most of us typically walk our dog, or rather, how our dog walks us. You can see that Samson is in complete control of this walk. Now here we have an example of how your dog should be walking. Notice the leash is loose. There's a nice J between Adam and Emma. Also notice how Emma is focused on Adam. Remember, whoever leads the walk is in charge. Always have a set route in mind, and don't stop or deviate from that route. Stopping to smell or eliminate is your dog controlling you.
Remember, movement is huge to dogs. Your dog should not be moving unless you're giving her permission to move. The purpose of this drill is to practice being stationary outside with all the distractions. This drill is particularly important in helping you to get your dog to be off leash. Here, Adam is showing you how to start close to the dog, then gradually move further away to where you can make a complete circle around the dog. Here's an example of Samson at the beginning of this exercise. You'll notice that every time Adam moves, so does Samson. Watch Adam as he corrects Samson to let him know that he's not supposed to move just because Adam does. Here's some simple tips to remember for this drill. If your dog gets up during any part of this drill, give her a correction and put her back at sit. And remember, the less you say, the better. Make sure to start up close and use small back and forth movements at first in front of your dog's head. When your dog is able to sit without getting up, slowly start moving further away. The next step is to start moving all the way around your dog. Watch Emma as she follows Adam. When he gets out of her sight, she turns her head to catch him on the other side. Notice that the lead is loose, long, and on the ground. Dogs are very sensitive to movement, and any slight pulling may be signaling your dog to move. Now let's watch Samson as he is giving consistent corrections and now starts to respond to the training drill. Each time Samson gets up, Adam is consistent and puts him back to sit. Now that Samson understands he is not getting up, he is ready for the next step, which is to walk all the way around him. Here is Samson's owner walking all the way around Samson without him getting up. You'll notice she rewards him for his good behavior with verbal and physical praise.
We'll use Samson as an example again. You can see that Samson is focused on everything but his owner. The purpose of practicing the whoa, sit, come exercise is to help break forward motion if your dog is consistently pulling ahead of you. Simply stop, say whoa, then give the sit command once. Stopping first before giving the whoa command allows your dog the opportunity to follow your lead based on your movements and position. If he does this, you know he is focused on you. Remember, only give the sit command once. If your dog does not sit, use the lead to make your point. Practicing this command several times in a short span provides repetition with the sit command.
This is another drill you can use if your dog is pulling ahead of you. Practicing this drill will remind your dog to focus on you and not on what's ahead. As soon as your dog starts to pull ahead, simply do an about-face turn. This will automatically give your dog a correction for not paying attention to you. After a few roundabouts, you'll notice your dog will be paying attention to your feet and not on what's ahead. Remember, this helps set the pace for who leads the walk.
The zigzag exercise is not only a good exercise to teach your dog to focus on your body positioning and movements, it's also a great report card to let you know how much you've progressed in your leadership role. If your dog is yielding to your movements without correction from you, then you are making great progress towards having a dog that is completely focused on you instead of his surroundings. The zigzag exercise is exactly that. Walk your dog diagonally in one direction, then turn to your left or right and walk diagonally again. See how Emma is following Adam's lead, either yielding to him if he walks into her or following if he walks away. When practicing this technique, if your dog does not follow you when you zig, give a quick correction with the lead. If he doesn't yield to you when you zag, then use the lead for correction or simply use your knee to nudge him out of the way, all without saying a word.
Erratic walking is just another way of controlling the walk. Your dog has to pay attention to you because she has no idea of where you're going. You'll notice that wherever Adam turns to walk, Emma is focused on him. She may need to yield if Adam walks in front of her, or she may have to turn around if he changes directions. This erratic behavior helps remind the dog that their job is to follow the leader.